Well, I don't know if this is okay, but I like to do without it. Hello, everybody. It's great to be back on the Stay Ready Sports podcast. I remain Monday Thomas, and it's been a long time since we last talked. How you doing? How's everything going? And you know what we do right here on this platform? We get to talk sports the way sports should be talked. And today I'm gonna keep it very short and simple. So, before I head to the nitty gritty of this particular video, I'll just like to say that a whole lot has been happening in the world of football. Bunker stuff, I tell you. I mean, City losing back to back before their 3-1 UEFA Champions League win against RB Leipzig. And this weekend is certainly gonna be a great one. It's poised for a masterclass performance, of course, either from Manchester City or from Arsenal. But anyone that is expecting Manchester City to come out gun blazing will have to just temper their expectation because Manchester City without Kevin De Bruyne and now Rodrigue, they've not been playing in the most pretty way that we've seen them so far this season. All right, first of all, the topic of today is the invincible. Is it that we are never going to have an invincible Premier League team? I mean, since the last time Arsenal did in the 2003-2004 season, going 38 games without losing, hence winning the Golden Premier League, and they remain the only side to do so. Last weekend, we saw Manchester City meeting their Waterloo against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It finished 2 goals to 1. Before that, 3-1 triumph in the UEFA Champions League against RB Leipzig. And now the only unbeaten side this season, I'm talking about the 2023-2024 Premier League season, are the Londoners. Yes, Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal. And we know how breachable these two sides can be. I'm talking about from the defensive point of view. They don't have the best defense. So I'm predicting that sooner or later, Tottenham Hotspur are going to be beaten, and as well as Arsenal. Arsenal could be beaten this this weekend, precisely on Sunday, because they've played 15 games against Manchester City and they've lost all of them in the Premier League. As a matter of fact, the last time they beat the Citizens was in 2015. How many of you can remember that Olivier Giroud masterclass of a shift? Great performance he put up there. So, Arsenal invincible season 2003, the likes of Thierry Henry, and of course, the masterminder of that particular squad, Arsene Wenger. So, are we ever going to see another invincible season? I mean, it's been years. Years have gone by. Money have been sunk in the Premier League. Even Manchester City, the billionaires, now that Newcastle are even the most priced team in the Premier League. I mean, it looks like that particular trophy or that particular record cannot be broken. And there are other records that I think they're unbreakable as well. The Sir Alex Fergie's record going winning 13 Premier League titles. That's also one of the records that I think are unbreakable. So that's me thinking out very loud. I mean, do you think that we are ever going to see an invincible Premier League side apart from the Gunners in the 2003-2004 season? That's just one of the things I've been, of course, pondering on. And before we say goodbyes on today's episode of the Two Cents, let's quickly just take a look at the Premier League games that we're going to see this weekend. It's certainly going to be a great weekend of football. Let's start off from the Theater of Dreams, which is slowly becoming the Theater of Nightmare. I'm talking about Manchester United back-to-back defeat at home against Crystal Palace and against Galatasaray in the Champions League. Tomorrow, the Londoners, Brentford, of course, meet them at the Old Trafford, and that game is open to be another banana sleep for Manchester United. But one might disagree because Brentford are playing with a bit of a depleted team from Mikel Damsgaard, who is injured, to Rico Lewis, to George Da Silva, and forgetting their main man who is out on suspension, who is, of course, poised to be back on January. I'm talking about Ivan Toney. But as Ivan Toney played his final game for Brentford, because I'm hearing that Arsenal are, of course, looking for the signature of the young English Star. So quickly, before we say our goodbyes, I'd like you to drop your predictions as well. Crystal Palace will take on Forest. Burnley will take on Chelsea. Chelsea look to be back in their very form after that 2-0 win at the Graven Cottage against Fulham. And opening the day for the weekend, it's going to be the current race of the weekend is Luton taking on Tottenham Hotspur. And Sunday is certainly going to be a super classic one where Arsenal will host Manchester City. That's where we're going to put our gears on reverse. Quickly, just let me know in the comments if you think there's ever going to be another invincible side, and also like and subscribe to my YouTube channel because of course we have a lot coming up for you on this channel. Remember the saying that if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. See you later for something greater.